Y'all, I have felt sick all day, so the cure for that is gonna have to be Ariana, as it always is. So I'm ranking Dangerous Woman today. Dangerous Woman is such a comfort place album to me. This and My Everything are my high school albums. I put them hand in hand with each other because My Everything came out when I was a sophomore and Dangerous Woman was when I was a junior. So they are very, very sentimental. I just love these albums so much. I hold them very close to my heart. They're both in my top 10 or top 15 favorite albums of all time. My Everything I do like more because I'm a little more nostalgic for that one, but Dangerous Woman is so good. So I am going to be ranking the songs not based on objectively what I think are the best ones. This is going to be from my personal least favorites to my personal favorite. So let's get started. At number 17 is Let Me Love You. Let Me Love You is one of Ariana's worst songs. I have always held this opinion. Time has not even been kind to this one. Usually songs will grow on me as the years go on. Let Me Love You has stagnated. I remember it was released as a promo single, and I was like, why? Why this one? To me, Let Me Love You is so limp. Like, there's just nothing to it. There's no pulse. It's a flaccid song. Like, it literally is just flaccid. I don't like how she tries to stretch out the Let Me Love You in the chorus with the auto-tune. I don't think it sounds good. I don't think the verses, she sounds pretty on them. I just don't think they have a good melody. Like, I can't really say anything else. I just think the melody of the song is not catchy and not memorable. And Lil Wayne's verse, it's fine. I mean, I like when he says, Ariana, my little mama. That's like a part that I will sometimes quote. But other than that, Let Me Love You just never did anything for me. It was always probably my least favorite Ariana song. It's not even bad. Like, I don't think Ariana has a bad song. I don't think Let Me Love You is bad. I just think it is so appallingly mid on an album full of bangers. So moving on, I have Leave Me Lonely at 16. Leave Me Lonely, like, it never did enough for me, I don't think. I feel like it sounds epic, it sounds grand, but it doesn't hit in a satisfying way. That's always kind of been my issue with it. I love Macy Gray on the hook, she sounds great. I think Ariana obviously sounds amazing. I do love the when you walk out that door, don't you come back no more, that part. And it is like a strong song. I really feel just strong. She's owning her power in this relationship and saying, leave me lonely. It's good. I just don't really know. It never hit for me. I need a song to hit. Like, usually it'll come around like the 10th or so listen, and then I understand, like, I get it. But this song, it just never got there for me. I never had that one listen where it clicked. And I've listened to it a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still really like Leave Me Lonely. It's just not one that I'm going to. Like, I would skip it probably 70% of the time. It's usually a skip, but if I'm in the mood for it, does it hit? Sort of, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, number 15 is Step On Up. I did not know the song existed until I think 2019, because it was either a Japan bonus track or a Target bonus track, one of those. Step On Up is good, it's fun, it's peppy. I get marching band vibes from it. I get Bring It On. I see her as a cheerleader, and there's like a marching band, drums, trumpets behind her. That's what I get from it. It's peppy, it's fun, but it's not really one that I listen to. Again, I just don't think it hits as much as it should. I feel like Step On Up, the potential is there. It just doesn't go all the way. Like, it is not satisfying enough. I feel like if you're gonna have a song like this, it should be even bigger. I just don't think the chorus is really anything special. I don't think it's necessarily catchy enough. It's not memorable enough. And that is why Step On Up, it's good, I'll listen to it, but it's not hype enough. That's the problem. It does not get me hyped up enough. A song like this should make me really hype. Like the songs that I'm gonna get to later, they make me bang my head on the steering wheel when I'm driving. And Step On Up to this, like, I might do a little shimmy, but that's about it. It's not enough. So yeah, Step On Up, I'm not trying to make it sound like a bad song. It's a good song. I'm just saying I feel like I didn't miss out on the years that it was out, like, and I didn't know about it. I feel like I didn't miss out on much. That's all that I'm saying. So, usually bonus tracks I think are better than most of the album tracks on like any given album. This one I could see why it was a bonus track. It makes sense. That's all I'm saying. So next is the other bonus track, Jason's Song. I talked about this in my Messiest Songs video. It is allegedly about Scooter Braun, her old manager at the time, who she fired during the Dangerous Woman era and then rehired during the Dangerous Woman era. I like it because it is a good little sassy kiss-off anthem. I think it's really satisfying when Ariana kind of takes power like that, because I feel like in her earlier stuff especially, she never really had that bite to her necessarily. I don't think she owned her power yet in her earlier records, and this one is her owning it in a really low-key way, which I actually think works even better sometimes, because you could have like the grand epic choruses, but this one, the fact that it is just this low-key diss track is really like awesome. I think it's just a very interesting song, and I think the fact that it's about this little random blip in her career just makes it so fascinating. I think this is her most interesting song just because of the story behind it. And I also love the lyrics, like they're a little like cheeky, you know? I love you focus your attention on the small details like my ponytail, or even just the chorus is just a really nice one to sing when you feel like somebody is trying to mold you into something that you're not. Like, well, if you don't want to see the girl I want to be, then why should I listen? I love that. I love songs that are about this other person trying to put you in a box, but you fighting back. And that's what Jason's Song is. I also like how it's kind of, I don't know what the right word is, like Broadway-ish, sort of. It gives me like small town local theater production of like an obscure play. And she's the really talented theater girl who is the main lead. No, you know what? It doesn't actually give me main lead. It gives me side character. Like, I imagine she's the side character that overshadows the main lead. Like, she's the best friend, and she is singing the song, and everybody is going crazy over it and low-key saying that she was the star of the musical and not the main person. That is just what I get from it. I don't know, I just get small town local theater B character vibes from the song. It also gives me like Christina Aguilera a little bit. It reminds me of a song on maybe Back to Basics or like a stripped demo. That's what it gives me, just because of the, no pun intended, but like stripped production and like the more like low-key vibe of it. It just gives me that energy, and I think it's very interesting. That's really why I like it a lot. It is just a very, very interesting song to me. I love songs that have stories like this behind it. I think that makes it just a really fun listen. And I think the song itself is also just very good. I think it is extremely catchy, and I love singing along with it, because again, it's that biting back aspect, and I love when a queen of pop bites back. It's always a great thing. So Jason's Song is fabulous. I really do like Jason's Song. It's lower on the list, but that does not mean a thing, because I love most of the songs here. The bottom one, she's all right. Next up is Thinking About You. This is really heartbreaking for me to put at 13, because I know it is a fan favorite, and it did have a new meaning when she sang it at One Love Manchester. So I do feel bad ranking it lower, but the song itself, it just never, again, got me there. It was never sad enough. That's my issue. I think it's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. I love the drama of it, but it just isn't depressing enough to me. I need a sad song to be so insanely depressing. Now, her performance of it, did that bring me to tears? Absolutely. But outside of that context, I think just looking at the song alone, It's beautiful, and like, yeah, I'm not trying to say that it's bad at all. It's gorgeous. It is such an incredible piece of music, but it just never connected with me on a super emotional level. Again, outside of her performance of it. So that's why I Think About You is at 13. The pre-chorus is her best vocals on the whole album, though. I will say that. That pre-chorus is just so immaculate. She is angelic. So that is my number 13. Number 12 is Dangerous Woman, the single, the title track. Dangerous Woman is such a cool James Bondy spy espionage song. That's what I get from it. Just like this a low-key, like, I'm a dangerous woman. Like, I will come for you. I will sneak into your house and steal your jewels. Like, that is what I'm getting from it. It's just a very, like, slinky, sleek song. I just think it's so, like I said, cool sounding. And it is my least favorite single. I will say that. It was never my favorite single. And among Ariana's singles, it is one of my lesser favorites. But that's not to say it's bad. I just think maybe because it's a bit slower, I don't get into it as much, but it's still a good one. It's definitely one that makes me feel like a baddie, so Dangerous Woman is great. Next up is Every Day. Every Day is literally just so much fun. I feel like it gets so much hate. It is just infectious. It's so insanely catchy, and I just love how fast-paced the verses are. I love Future's verse. The whole thing is like an adrenaline shot. It just feels like it comes, it goes, it serves, and it does its mission. That is what I get from it. It is just so incredible, and I really think it deserved more radio play. I don't remember this being a hit, unfortunately. Like, I don't get why. And I also feel like a lot of people don't like this song. I never understood that. How can you not like this song? To me, this is Ariana's Outrageous, like Britney Spears' Outrageous, the song that I just never understood why people don't like it, and I never had it explained to me, like, why don't you like it? I'm genuinely curious, and it's not like I would, like, begrudge someone that doesn't like it. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not trying to say that. I just never understood the reason why it wasn't as well liked, because to me, Every Day is so good. Like, it's such a bop. Like, how can you listen to it and not just like move your entire body? It is so much fun. So yeah, Every Day is so good. If you haven't listened to it in a while, I recommend re-listening to it. I just think in 2023 there is room for Every Day to have a resurgence. I genuinely believe it should have a resurgence. So number 10 is Greedy, Ariana's camp masterpiece. It is so campy, so over the top. I absolutely love Greedy. When I first heard it, I remember specifically, I was in the car with my parents. We were driving somewhere, and I was listening to Dangerous Woman because it had just come out. And I do not listen to music on anything lower than all the way up. I have absolutely destroyed my hearing from that, but whatever, it is what it is. And when I tell you the jump scare when the song started, I actually like flinched a little. It was a lot, but then I just was immediately picturing the video for this. I just see it as like a Madonna Material Girl, like, but instead it's like a little sluttier. Like, she has shirtless men around her and there's like cash flying everywhere. Like, that's just what I pictured for it. I think Greedy is just such fun. It is so much fun, and it's one that I really feel should be performed more. I just think Greedy live would go off. It would just go off so much, and it's a live song to me. Like, I really picture it as her being there whenever I listen to it. I literally see her performing for me because it's just such a serve, and seeing it live would be such a serve. I forget if she did it on the Dangerous Woman tour. I think she did. I'm pretty sure that she did. But I need more. I just need more than one concert. I need theatrics. I need a spectacle for the song because it calls for it. I absolutely adore Greedy. Greedy is literally one of her best album cuts. So next up is Into You. Into You is often cited as the best single, which I totally see. It definitely is like one of those basic pop perfection songs. Like, it's kind of boringly perfect to me, in my opinion. Like, it is the prime example of what a pop song should be, and I love it for that. I think it's so sexy, and I love her vocals on it. I think she just gives a very hot, sensual performance, and once the chorus hits, it's this big, massive thing. In a time where massive choruses weren't really, like, in. I feel like in 2016, the big pop chorus wasn't as there as it used to be, and so to have this song, it was very refreshing. But Into You to me was always like the standard. There's not much I could really say about it. It just is pop perfection. There's really nothing more to give it. It is just such a perfectly crafted pop song. It's what people should look at when they want to know what a pop song should be. If aliens came down, I would show them this song as an example of pop music. So that is Into You. Number 8 is Moonlight. Moonlight is so stupidly gorgeous. I don't understand how a video wasn't made for this. I can understand why it wasn't a single. I just want a video, because the visuals that she gives in it, I just imagine Italy, and she's riding on a Vespa, and they're having spaghetti or pizza or like something, and they have like gelato, and then they are on one of those gondolas in Venice, and they're kissing under the moonlight. This is just such a gorgeous song. Her vocals are just at their peak. I mean, it's just so pretty and enchanting. That's what it is. It is a magical song. I feel pixie dust when I listen to it. I feel like Tinkerbell, like I'm floating. That is what Moonlight does to me. And it's one of those just very sweet songs. It's just a very sweetly sentimental, beautiful songs. This is one that you play at weddings. This is a wedding song. This is a first dance song. If anyone has ever had this as their wedding song, you are brilliant. I respect you more as a human being for that, because this is straight up wedding vibes. This song is so incredible. So anyways, enough about Moonlight. Number 7 is Side to Side. Side to Side is my favorite single from this album. I remember when the album dropped and I heard the song, I was like, this is going to be a single, and lo and behold, I'm always right. So Side to Side with Nicki Minaj, Young Ariana, Run Pop. This is a classic. I just really believe it's a classic, and I know it's not even 10 years old, so maybe it's a little early to call that, but every time I go out, it's always played, every party, and it doesn't matter like what party. Like, I go to a club and they play this and everyone goes off. I go to family events and they play this. I go to like any just like function, and this is a song that's always played. I'm in the grocery store and they play this. It is so good. Like, it's just one of those songs that transcends, like, everyone just likes it. And I also love how no one understood what the metaphor was. I'm just saying, like, if you didn't understand what the metaphor was at first, like, not even to, like, insult, but, like, how did you not get it? And then when people did, it was all like, oh my god, Ariana, there's a hidden message in this song. How is it hidden? I never understood that. It was always just kind of funny to me how people were, like, clutching their pearls over this. And it's like, she literally is saying, you got me walking side to side. Like, how else would you take that? I don't know. All I know is Side to Side, in my opinion, is just so classic. I really genuinely believe it's gonna be one of those hits that's played 40 years from now. I think our children are going to know Side to Side, because it is just so much fun. It is such a great summery bop, and obviously Nicki gives literally one of the best verses. It is just so good. Anyways, next up is Bad Decisions. This is another one I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily love. I never got that. I never really understood. I think it's so much fun. I love the whole Bonnie and Clyde love. They say it's wrong. I love a good, we're bad for each other, but we're good for each other kind of song. That always gets me. I think that's always just fun. And Bad Decisions is simply an amazing, like, roller coaster of a song. It kind of reminds me of Every Day in the fact that it's like really fast paced and up tempo and so incredibly catchy, and she's singing really fast. And again, it comes, it serves, it goes. That is what I love about this song. Bad Decisions is just literally so much fun, and I never really got why people didn't like it. Again, I think I just have weird taste. I don't know, maybe it's a me thing. I think I am the problem. I just always enjoy the songs that other people don't, and Bad Decisions, I guess, just one of them. I always loved it. I always saw it for Bad Decisions. It's just one of those songs that I hear and I have to move my body to. And again, a big pop chorus. I love a big chorus, and that's what Bad Decisions has. It's not like the biggest, most grandest one, but it's one that will stick with you. I just think Bad Decisions is one that sticks with you. So that is why it's my number 6. Number 5 is Touch It. Infamously, the song that Ariana does not like. She called it boring. I just can't even fathom being that tasteless in your own music. She is quite tasteless when it comes to her own music. She has impeccable taste like outside of that, but when it comes to her own discography, the girl just does not know what is what. I think Touch It is literally a transcendent song. To me, I guess if I'm continuing with the In The Zone comparisons, to me, Touch It is the Breathe On Me by Britney of this album. It is the sensual, sexy, intimate, but still at the same time, huge, bombastic love song. I just think Touch It takes you there. Like, it just really brings you to another plane of existence. It is transcendent. When I hear that chorus, I literally like tear up. I'm not even kidding. Tears well in my eye just because she sounds so convicted in it. That's what it is. It's not like the lyrics are necessarily that deep, I guess. It's more just the way that she sings it, her performance. I can't imagine how she went into the studio and sang this and gave it this performance, and then after that she's like, no, it's boring. How could you say that when you gave it your all, when you gave it this much life? I don't know. She's just tasteless when it comes to her own music. I've always said that. I also love the lyrics. I love particularly how do I feel you on me when you're not on my skin? Why do you say you want me, then tell me you're not coming in? And the way she says, oh yeah, baby, just come on in. That is the sexiest, like, single moment in pretty much any Ariana song, in my opinion. Like, that is just peak, like, sex appeal. And I just love that. I love a good, sexy bop. And that is what Touch It is. I just love it. And I love the production of it. I think it just sounds great, atmospheric. And like I said, the ambiance of it, it does remind me of Breathe On Me by Britney. Not that they're necessarily totally similar, it's just kind of similar vibes that I get. They're both like the really intimate sex songs on each album, although I guess both In The Zone and Dangerous Woman have multiple sex songs, but I digress. Touch It is amazing. Ariana, get taste in your own music. Number 4 is Knew Better / Forever Boy. Again, ambient. Can you say ambient? Can you say drama? This song, or I guess songs, whatever, it is just so epic. That is what I say. It is a grand moment. This is her, like, huge, epic songs, I guess. I don't know. I never really understood why they put them together, but they work. They really do work together. I will also say, Knew Better, part 1, the like full version of Knew Better that she leaked on, I think it was on her Twitter page, really, really good. It's a totally different kind of song. Like, when you get to the second verse, it really kind of gets a lot more up-tempo, but that's also a bop. I love the original version as well, but we're talking about this one. I just think Knew Better, Forever Boy, it's just one of those, like, perfect songs. Like, I don't even know. Again, it's transcendent. It takes me to heaven when I listen to it. Her vocals, her soaring vocals during the chorus. And I think it's a build-up. Like, I love how it gradually builds up. That's why I think these two songs work together, because Knew Better, when it starts out, it's a little slower paced and it's easing you into it and it's taking you on this journey with her. And then you get to that part where it switches up. And I remember when I heard that part, I was like, oh, what is happening? What is happening? And then you just sense something big is happening when Forever Boy starts, but she sort of builds you into that too. She doesn't start right off the bat with these huge, like, belting moments. She builds you into it. And I just love when a pop song takes its time. That's what I love about this song. It takes its time and it comes together in such a satisfying way. Like there's such a payoff when you get to the chorus of Forever Boy, and it just feels cathartic. Like she's letting her emotions be known. I think this is just one of her most brilliant songs. This is a piece of art. I mean, all of this album is, but this song specifically is like art. Like it should be studied. It should be in a museum. Like that is what I think about it. New Better Forever Boy is a masterpiece. At number 3, I have Sometimes. Sometimes is just so sweet to me. I think it is so adorable and endearing. That's really the main thing that I get from Sometimes. It is just corny enough. I love a corny love song that plays into it, but it's not too, I don't know, ham-fisted. That is what Sometimes is to me. I think it is the perfect love song. I really love the lyric, like, we're collecting moments, tattoos on our minds. It's not like that line hasn't been done before. It's just the way that she says it. Again, it's all in her delivery in this album. It's not that Dangerous Woman necessarily went through uncharted territories. It's what she brings to it with her performance. And with Sometimes, I think she just brings this element of true, like, desperate love. Like, she sounds so fully convinced of it. And I just hope to find a love one day that makes me feel like this song does. I swear to God, this is another wedding song for me. Like, I totally want this played at my wedding. Not like the dance, but just like in the background when everyone's eating at the reception. That is what the song is to me. A wedding reception moment. Yeah, but Sometimes I feel doesn't get the love that it deserves. It is just so beautiful. It's so endearing, and I genuinely believe it is a timeless song. I think there's some elements of Dangerous Woman and its production, like overall, that can be a little bit dated, even though it's not that old. It definitely sounds like a 2016 album. I think Sometimes specifically is timeless. I don't see the song aging ever. It has not aged from the time that it has come out till now. Number 2 is I Don't Care. This song gets a lot of hate. I am just gonna say it is a very deeply personal song to me. It got me through some rough times, and when a song gets you through those times, that is why you love it. It just gave me the message of not caring about things that don't matter, and that is a mantra that I go by nowadays. I can't really say much about the song itself. It's a stripped down little, again, like show-tune-y kind of song. Not show-tune, like stripped down Broadway theater kind of moment with not a lot of instruments. It's like a bandy kind of song, and I love it. I love the song itself, but most importantly is the message. It just got me through some rough times, so that is why I love I Don't Care. I know the song is like considered filler, and that's just so sad to me because literally it's like my baby. So I just feel like people are bullying my child when they don't like the song, but I mean, to each their own. I don't care, but I don't care, literally. It is just a very special song to me, so that is why it's my number 2. I don't think it's anyone else's number 2, so that is unfortunate, but you know what? It's my thing, and no one else has I Don't Care at number 2. Maybe they do, I don't know. Anyways, number 1 is Be Alright. This is for the same reason as I Don't Care. Be Alright essentially just is a mantra of mine now. This song is a part of my DNA. I cry to it every time I listen to it. When I listen to Be Alright, I'm doing it specifically to cry. And I will always say it, my favorite songs are ones that you cry to and you could dance to. I could dance to Be Alright. I can cry to Be Alright. I have done both separately and at the same time. Be Alright is just the positive affirmation song for me. It also helps that it is just a really like catchy song. It's very boppy. It's like a 90s house kind of sound, and I love that sound. I love this throwback moment that she's doing. It's just very freeing. Like, it's just a very free sounding song. I remember when she performed this on SNL before the album had come out, and I was like, I need the song literally right now. And it wasn't out, and that was the biggest tease of my life. I was like, how could you do that to me? How could you sing this song and I'm not getting it for another few months? It tortured me. I was looking forward to this one the most. I'm pretty sure this was the one that I listened to first because I had to hear it. And yeah, I mean, to this day, I have just not gotten tired of it. It's the positive affirmation anthem. When I'm listening to it, I really feel like I'm going to be all right. It just makes me happy. It is the serotonin booster of Dangerous Woman, and that is why I love it. Again, it got me through some rough times. Every single rough patch I have ever gone through in my life, I always listen to Be Alright. It is the comfort place song, part of my DNA. That is why I love it. So that is my Dangerous Woman ranking. I don't think anyone has a list that's really close to this. I swear to God, with Ariana specifically, I never like the fan favorites, but I always like the songs that people call filler. I don't know what it is with me. Maybe I'm just the tasteless one. Oh well, someone needs to stick up for the underdogs. Someone needs to stick up for I Don't Care and Bad Decisions, alright? And it's gonna have to be me, I guess. So yeah, that is my ranking of Dangerous Woman, and I'll see you next time.